In this video, we will show you how to mod the camera angle of the Hubsan H107D first-person video quadcopter. It's a really great, ready-to-fly quadcopter straight out of the box that I've been having a lot of fun with. Before this, I was flying 250-sized FPV racing quads, and they were a lot of fun, but they required a lot of room to fly. I purchased this thinking I could fly around the neighborhood and in some parking lots. The kit includes the quad with one battery, the propeller guard, extra propellers, the battery charger, and the amazing transmitter. However, you will need an SD card to record your flights, and I do recommend rechargeable batteries. So we took it out for a test flight, and I immediately saw a glaring issue. Because the camera on the quad was pointed forwards and maybe even slightly down, whenever you fly forwards you get a really great view of the ground but not much in front of you. This seemed like a fairly easy fix, so we headed back to the shop to start hacking away at it. Here are all of the tools that you will need to complete this mod. A pair of snips, I use wire cutters, a small Phillips head screwdriver, a hot glue gun, gat, and the instructions. Now on with the disassembly. First, remove the battery that comes pre-installed. Then, remove the two screws on the bottom. Next, we need to snap the four arms out of place. This allows the lower body to be removed, but be careful of the small ribbon cable that is still attached. These 5 solder points are the only element connecting the top and bottom half. Now unmount the battery cage by removing the 4 screws. This is the part that we will be modifying first. The small area at the front is the camera housing. Now use your snips to make a cut on either side of the housing. This small modification allows the camera to tilt backwards and really helps the angle of the video when flying first person. Because the camera is now tilted back, we need to remove a small piece of plastic from the body so it is not in frame of our shot. To keep the camera in place, we will apply a few dabs of hot glue. As you can see, if we were to reassemble it now, a part of the top of the body would be in view of the camera, so we need to go ahead and remove that. Using your snips, a couple of quick cuts here and here will get the job done. But we have the Dremel tool, so we decided to make use of it. Just a note about safety. I don't necessarily recommend holding the quad like this if you're dremeling, but it made for good video. If you are using a bit like this with a Dremel, you want to use a slower rotational speed. Higher speeds cause more friction and the plastic will just melt as opposed to chipping away. A quick test fit shows that the body no longer obstructs the view of the camera. Now clean up after yourself just like your mother taught you. To begin reassembly, install the 4 screws that hold the battery compartment in place. Then snap the 4 arms back into place. This is actually a really smart design. This feature allows the quad to absorb the impact of a crash as opposed to breaking apart. And then install the last 2 screws that hold the body together. I really do suggest installing the prop guard, so let's do that right now. Begin by removing the 4 props using the provided tool. Now install the prop guard by pressing it down onto the 4 motors. Now attach the propellers and be sure to install them in the correct order. That looks great. Good job. And let's go fly. Put a charged battery in the Hubsan. Install 4 AA batteries and power it on. Now power on the Hubsan and tuck in the battery wire into the back. This is important so the propellers don't hit it and it remains stable. Taking a look at the screen, we can see that it is very nice and responsive and is at a much better angle than it was straight out of the box. I like the camera to have a little bit more tilt. But at this angle, the prop guard comes into view. With 2 cuts, we make the final mod and remove the prop guard from the frame of the camera. I believe modifying the camera angle and removing this piece of the propeller guard to be necessary modifications to the Hubsan H107D first-person video quadcopter. Here is a bit of footage that I captured after the modification was complete. I wanted to show a side-by-side comparison of what the video looked like before and after this simple modification. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you would like to see more.